Hello, my name is Phil Wilcott, and this is assignment lead for class lead 101 for the three leaders video assignment. The three leaders I chosen was Franklin D. Roosevelt, Dwight Eisenhower, and Neil Armstrong. I thought these were the three most significant historical figures in our American history, and they were one of my favorites and most inspirational to me personally. I'm going to start off with the first one, Franklin Roosevelt, which I'll explain about his qualities a little bit to you. The most obvious one I would say that Franklin D. Roosevelt had, especially when he took over the 32nd president during the Great Depression and the Second World War during 1945, was his communication strength. He was able to really reach out to a large group of people. He was very charismatic, and he was able to give passion to people, motivate people during really harsh times. He was the first president to use this quality on a national scale using radio during World War II. If you remember, after December 7th, 1941, that day we live in infamy was one really compelling speech he used to motivate the country to go to war. And that was one of his strengths as a leader, was to understand people at their core and then display it out in large groups. So communication was his biggest skill, I would say, and he used to his advantage. Another skill he had is that he was able to really stay focused and utilize his surroundings and just take in the atmosphere. He really understood people. He could gain knowledge from people by just talking to them. He would, just getting simple facts from people. He would just get a sense of who they are and how to deal with them. And that was another advantage that Franklin Roosevelt had. And I think the third and most important one he had is that he had a inner confidence and strength in himself. He was a very self-confident leader. He was never arrogant, and he wouldn't show. He was very good at not showing his adversities to others. He was in a wheelchair, as you know, and most people didn't even know that. So he displayed a lot of strength internally, not displaying his weaknesses to others and give them doubts about if he could do the job or not. Moving on, the next leader I thought was very influential for American history, and one I looked up to was Dwight Eisenhower. He was the supreme commander during World War II. He led all the countries together, and he was also the 34th president of the United States, which would serve him well, his experience during World War II as a general later on. I think what made him very successful is that he was always prepared. He planned for success. Even if he failed, he didn't let him get down. He kept on focusing on his goal, and he didn't let that back. I know in the military he was in a certain rank for a very long period of time, but during this time he focused on his skills. So when the opportunity did come in, he had the chance to jump into the position. Another strength with Eisenhower is that, like most officers, they were able to lead by persuasion. This is one of his most notable strengths. He would respect his subordinates and allies with his this is diplomatic nature, not putting down their ideas. He would take in other people's ideas and use the best ones that would get the mission done without alienating people around them. I think this is what made him effective as a supreme leader, is that he was around a lot of already dedicated and accomplished individuals, and there could have been some differences of opinion, but he was able to not take what they told him personally, and he would basically take what they let me rephrase this. He would take what they would as he would see as a good idea, and employ it without alienating them. My last and final leader in world history I thought was very inspirational for me, and I would say the country, was Neil Armstrong. He was the first man to set foot on the moon, as you would know, July 1969. What I admired about this man was that he was exceptionally skilled and a confident man, but if you were just to talk to him, you would think he wasn't. He was a very modest person, and he shared his experiences very well with other individuals. Yeah, he was able to bring the human nature and share that with everybody else. If he came up on an obstacle, he would press on, and just learn from that experience and improve on it, and make himself even more technically proficient. So that is it. That's my three leaders that I thought were influential to me, and I would say to a lot of people in the United States and around the world. Thank you very much. Bye.